Welcome back, everyone. We're here at Tesla. We're going to test drive the Model Y. So let's see how it goes.
Have you ever driven a Model Y before?
No, I have not. Never driven the Model Y.
All right. So we just got run down by the people from Tesla. So do you think you'll be confident to drive this car now? Let's see how it goes. All right, Kelsey's gonna drive this Model Y.
So now we're driving, and I really like how the gears were on the right side of the car, the steering wheel. That was really different compared to the X, and it's very easily accessible, and same with the blinkers are on my left hand side. But it's really simple and easy as well. There's not that many buttons or twists. It's just clear and cut to the point. The drive is definitely different with Tesla. You don't really need to use your brake a lot. Basically, when you take your foot off the pedal, the gas pedal, the car is like pretty much almost stopped. So it's a different way of driving for sure that maybe some people are not used to. It's definitely a different way to learn how to drive. And then, so that's triggered another thing. The windshield wipers are also censored. It's just drizzling a little bit. I did not have to like necessarily put them on. I didn't press anything or anything. And so, that's cool, you know,
yeah,
driving and being able to not have to worry about that.
Yeah, the guy told us everything was in auto.
Yeah.
You can configure it.
So you can change it. Okay.
All right, so we're going on the highway right now, Kels?
Yeah, we're gonna see how it drives on the highway.
And also, I'd like to see like how the road noise on Model X, and the road noise was really bad, right?
Yeah, it was.
So far, the acceleration is really good, right, in this car?
Yeah, it's really smooth and easy. I mean, the taking off thing is a little hard for me because it's just, like I said, it's a different way to drive. So that's a little bit of getting used to.
What do you think of the road noise so far? Still hear it?
Yeah, I still hear like a muffling almost, like a ooh, like kind of hurts your ears a little bit actually. Like, yeah. I get motion sickness, so I'm very sensitive to that stuff.
And you get like really, your seats are really hot.
Oh, because is the warmer on?
Yeah. One thing about the car seat is only heated, it is not ventilated, whereas the Model X was ventilated. Do you think, I think it would be cool, right, to have a ventilated seat?
Yeah.
Especially
I'm a hot person, so definitely the ventilated seat is a plus. For me, depending what kind of person you are, right?
Yeah. And especially when it's hot and the leather is so hot, and if it's a ventilated seat, that'll be good, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost night time right now. Here in the East Coast, it gets really dark early. It's only around 5 o'clock right now. You can see it says 5 o'clock, but it's really dark. So what else difference are you noticing, Kels?
For me, the big difference is the way of driving, to be honest.
Yeah, the driving,
that's
right?
like a huge thing for me because it drives like completely different in my opinion. Like I'm very like a touch and go like gas person, and here basically you have to keep your foot on the pedal like almost the whole time and like down the whole time, whereas in my other car, my regular car, I just kind of tap it up and down and switch back and forth a lot with the brake. Like that's just the type of driver I am. But with this kind of car, I'm doing it differently.
Yeah.
So that's like gonna be a big transition for me if I get this car. Yeah. I'm sure I would get accustomed pretty quickly. Yeah. But it's definitely a thought, you know.
One thing I wanted to ask you was, how do you feel like the driving, the location-wise, or like how you're sitting up or low? Because we have Honda Pilot right now, right? We sit higher, but here the seat is lower. How do you feel? Do you feel like you're driving a real small car, or do you think like it's okay? I know it looks smaller from outside, but what do you feel like from inside?
I think mentally I know it's a small car, so yeah, I feel like I feel like there's a difference. I can tell inside, like I'm driving a sedan, you know. I feel like I know I'm driving a sedan, so yeah, I feel a difference inside. It's not. I don't feel like I'm driving an SUV.
If I didn't ask you that question, do you think you would have noticed that, or just
I feel
my
like
question maybe?
I just knew that it was an SUV. Like I can tell the difference. So yeah, I can tell the difference of driving my SUV to this. It's not. It's lower. That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah, the seat position is lower. Yeah. Obviously here because the car is lower. Even Model X was lower, so. So Kels, how is the driving so far?
Oh, the driving is okay. It's something that I have to get used to, the driving, because it's a little like jolty, like the way that I drive typically. So you can kind of get like motion sickness almost, depending on like if you're sensitive to that.
Yeah, Nora got motion sickness. The girls are here at the back. They're enjoying their snack. What, an Abby and Nora? So when you turn on the car, you can see the indicator. So when you press the indicator, you can actually see this kind of stuff. So which is cool. Extra feature.
Now we're going to show you the back camera and how to reverse, how it looks.
So you can see the back camera with two more cameras over there on the right and the left side camera, and then you can see how everything looks like. The quality is good of the camera. I wish they had a 360 vision here camera, but they do have these animated graphics over there, but if they had the 360, that would have been better. Hi.
Hello.
So Kels, so we've been driving this car since yesterday. So what are your views on the car?
The car it's good overall. There's a couple critiques or a couple comments I would make, and a couple of the first ones would be about the gears. When you transition from drive and reverse, it's here on the driving wheel, and I really like that because it's not a hard transition from other cars. In the Model X, it was on the dash, it was on the tablet here, and so that was a little bit different and harder to get used to. The screen as well, this tablet here, it's kind of like risen out, and it looks like it's almost can be taken off, but it can't. And in the Model X, it was more integrated.
What, are you okay with it or no?
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It looks cosmetically fine. Just the differences are that.
Yeah, I think it's fine. The size is also fine. If they had like some way to like integrate it with the dash, would have been better.
Yeah.
But functionality wise is fine, right?
Yeah, or maybe if it moved a little bit, like it's very
tilt. Yeah, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed. Maybe if I can tilt it towards me a little bit for while I'm driving, it would be a little bit more convenient. But yeah, overall it's good. The screen taps fast. It's pretty. You know, it's very similar to an iPad. Looks like Apple products. Just it'll be different as you're driving, learning how to do that tap instead of a push rather than a button. They
should have made this a little bit driver focused for sure. So like, you know, because right now it's right bang in the middle, and then you're driving and all of a sudden everything you have to be controlled through here, right?
Yeah.
But
I mean, it looks good. Otherwise, I like it. And the wood grain here looks nice as well.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I do like it actually. It looks more like professional like.
More luxury.
Add some more luxury and different look rather than just all black. So we have the sunroof here, which is really nice. It starts in the front seat and goes all the way back almost to the trunk, and it's really nice. It's shaded and doesn't give too much sun. It's not bothersome when you're driving. In other vehicles, sometimes when you take the sunroof out, it's really sunny, you can tell, and it can become hot. But in this car, it's really good. The filming that they have, I'm assuming, is a good shade. It's nice to get that extra sunlight though as well.
Yeah. So what do you think of the charging situation here for the phone?
So there is a charging station right here. There's two, one for the driver, one for the passenger. Now I took my phone case off. I have a Pro Max, so it's a little bit bigger, and I did have to take my phone case off for it to charge. It has the magnetic charging in the back.
Let me show them. Right now it's charging without it. Now once he has this life cover,
I have a life-proof case.
Life-proof case. And put it in.
So I put the life-proof case and it doesn't fit.
It doesn't fit.
I have to prop it up a little bit for it to fit.
If you prop it up, I don't think it's going to charge.
No, it's not charging here in the back.
Yeah.
Because it's propped up.
Which is a bummer.
And I also have a pop socket, which a lot of people use because I have the Pro Max. It's a big phone.
So I also have a phone and that with a case, and I have some credit cards here in showcase. And if I put it over there,
and he does not have the Pro Max either, and it doesn't charge.
Yeah, so over there it does not charge. So that is a bummer.
And then even here, I have to kind of finagle it a little for it to
I'm
start
surprised,
charging.
I'm surprised, like, you know, they didn't fix it, especially now these days the phones are bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and everyone has cases.
Yeah, everybody has cases like that. Maybe it's because of the pop thing. Do you think you can take it out and then see? All right. Maybe it might be because of Kelsey has these things at the back, so maybe that might be it.
But that's an inconvenience for me because now I feel as if I need to get a new phone case.
All right, let me take off my credit card from the back, and then I'm gonna put it here with my charge.
I don't think
it's not charging
through the case. I think you need to have a special case that has that magnetic thing.
So yeah, it's not charging. Even if I took out my cards, there's nothing at the back. Wow, surprising. It's yeah, only when you are doing it with the charger. So that is kind of bummer.
It's an inconvenience, you know. I'm not going to take on my phone case every single time.
Yeah. So yeah, that is something we have to figure it out. What kind of charger you want, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the back seat, Kels.
The back seat is great. We can go take a look.
Okay, let's go.
So here we are in the back seat. Abigail is here with us.
Hi, Abigail.
Chilling, just watching a show. So we're not driving right now. But this is the back seat, and there's a center console. Abigail, I'm gonna put this down real quick. And there's two cup holders.
And these cup holders are also like kind of smaller.
Kind of small. I do agree. I don't think, you know, we have Yetis. I do not think a Yeti will fit in there.
But we'll try it. Just for the sake of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little pocket here. The pocket is a little small, you know, and tight.
Not that much space, right?
Not that much space. You know, it is a 5-seater, so, you know, it's very similar to a sedan almost seating wise. The sunroof looks great back here. You can kind of see the whole panoramic view compared to the front seat. So that's a nice view for people back here.
Let's go see the back.
Also, one more thing I wanted to comment. The doors are a push. You press a button to open the door, right?
Can you show?
And so, when Abigail was we're in the driveway and we're just sitting in the car, she pressed the button, and it did notify us that the door was opened, and, you know, beware or be careful, lock the door, close the door. So they do have child locks on the console tablet up there, but that's just something to be mindful of.
And then something to learn.
It's easier for them to press the button, basically, the kids, rather than try to pull the lever to open it.
I'm gonna show you where that is. So Kelsey was talking about this push button here. So they don't have a manual thing. All you have to do is push this, and then it will open up the door. So all right, let's see the back. All right, so if you want to say something about the back?
This is the trunk.
Oh, wow.
It's really deep inside here, which is really nice because I carry a lot of stuff with me. for the, you know, the family and such.
They also have a little bit of nooks here.
A little bit of side. I am not sure how to.
I think we just.
This just bends forward. It looks like. Oh, and it bends all the way down, and you can take it out if you want. It looks like. So.
Yeah, you can take it out. I think this one comes too.
This one does come, so you could probably take both of them off if you wanted to. This one's not as deep.
Yeah.
Hi, Abigail.
Abigail, do you want to sit? Put Abigail there. Let's see how big it is. So,
Elsa here.
What do you think of the hatchback? I think hatchback is making it a little bit better too.
Yeah, the hatchback is nice for those awkward things that you need a little bit more space up top. So I also have another comment regarding the car. They have these very small lights. You can see this one in the back. There's also small lights in the back seat and the front seat.
Yes, those lights are really small.
They're really small, and you know, not that you need them a lot, but sometimes you do when it's dark outside. And you know, the kids, you know, in my situations, the kids are they need lights sometimes. So I noticed that they're really small, and they could be a little bit better in size.
Yeah.
You know, if it's dark outside and you're opening this up, it's not so bright to display the trunk. Yeah. Especially being a hatchback, it goes farther up, so you would think. Yeah. You know, I don't see any on the sides here, so.
Yeah, there's no lights here.
That is a little comment I would make.
Especially if you're, you know, at night, winter gets really dark right now, right?
Exactly, it gets really dark. So.
And we are holding some groceries here at night. If you go, even 5-6 right now, it gets really, really dark. There's some lights over here on the side would have been better.
There are buttons here. It looks like.
Okay, so fold
down the seats.
Oh, that's cool.
Now that's very convenient for me because in my previous cars, it's a manual kind of thing, and so this is very user friendly.
By the way, yeah, it looks it's so flat here, so it's easy if you are trying to haul something.
Yeah,
it's easy. It's big.
It is big, but I mean, it depends on your situation, right? Like typically we have car seats in our car, so car seats are not as easy to take in and out. Yeah. So it depends, you know, if you take the car seats out and if you have to bring something, but a lot of times I have the kids with me, so I would just have to use up until the seat. Yeah. Which is still, it's pretty flat. But in comparison to other cars, you can see the differences.
Alright.
I'm trying to see if it will bring the seats back up by pressing the same button, and it does not do it.
Are you sure? It doesn't do it?
No, it does not do it.
Oh.
You can try.
Yeah. Yeah, we tried it. It's not working. Please let us know if it's possible.
So you can also press, there's a button up here as well. It's on the corner. That you can press to put it down as well, so you don't always have to go to the trunk to close it, but that is convenient if you know, it is convenient to have it in the trunk though, because if you're like, oh man, I need extra space, and you click it, you don't have to come back aside. Abigail, watch out, baby.
Watch out, baby. Alright, so where's the button?
It's right here.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of hidden in a way, and so you press it back and it comes.
Oh, okay. So that's good. They have two ways to put the car down.
Yeah.
Alright. So Kels, do you think this Model Y can replace our current vehicle, or can this be a primary car for us?
For our family, definitely no. You know, we're coming from a bigger car that seats 8 people and has a lot of more space in the trunk, so definitely no, it cannot replace my current car. The trunk space is just much bigger in my other car, and we can always add the extra person in the 3rd row. You know, sometimes we just pick up one of my other daughter's friends quickly and we just pop them in the back seat, or even a last-minute family member might come in our car. It's just like one extra person sometimes that we need the extra space, extra row. So this car does not have the extra row. You can get 7-seaters in this car, but it's really tight. And this car does have a lot of space, the Y, in the front and in the trunk, as you saw, but it does not replace my current SUV that I have. We do have a sedan if we gave in our sedan, yes, then that would be a more reasonable, you know, transition for us.
Yeah. So so this can be certainly a secondary car. If this was the first car, maybe, but with the lifestyle that we have, with our kids so active, right? They go through all these activities.
Yes.
So maybe it is a little tough for us, but it can certainly be someone's first car, right?
Yes. If I didn't have my SUV that I have now, and I started with this car, then that's all I would know, right?
Yeah.
But definitely, we have so much stuff: double stroller, single stroller, snacks, clothes, 2 full car seats.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a transition for someone that has an SUV. They do consider this an SUV, I believe.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's not. It's closer to a sedan.
Yeah, it doesn't sit higher.
Yeah.
And it's like lower to the ground, right?
Yes.
And
But it's still a nice car.
Nice car.
Like we said, like if I didn't have an SUV, I probably would buy this. And it does work for a family of 4 or maybe 5. You could make it work.
Yeah, but it would be like downsizing for our lifestyle.
Yeah, for our lifestyle, definitely.
Yeah. Do you want to show them the front?
Yeah, sure. So this is the front here. Now you cannot, some cars you can just like push it down and it'll pop open, but with the front you have to go inside and press the button. So it's on the screen here, and it's on the model of the car that we see right now, and you just tap it and it says front open.
Maybe there it is.
Oh, you have to tap the words, not the car.
Okay,
I was tapping the car before.
All right,
just so small things that you have to learn about the car. Every new car has different features, so definitely new for us. So yeah, so you just lift it up. There's not even a latch or anything. Sometimes there's latches, and it's a really light lift, and it just helps. It kind of like lifts itself. You don't really have to do it, and you don't have to also put that stick up either in a regular, you know, car.
Yeah, it's heavy, but it's not that heavy.
No, it's not that heavy. So this is the inside of the front, and you know, it can fit a travel size
suitcase
carry-on. You know, it's that size. So it's definitely an extra thing. I can add my, you know, my daughter's soccer bag in here, a duffel bag. I can add you know, anything that I have to throw in really quick. This is an extra space that's really great to have.
And sometimes what we do is when you're doing a groceries or something like that, you have to reverse into your garage. But if you have an option here, you don't have to reverse into your garage sometimes, right?
Yeah,
it's convenience.
Definitely.
Something that you can just put it in, and when you go inside the garage, you can just open your trunk and take out your stuff. So maybe something like convenience like that, I see, you know, it's being used as well.
Yes.
But overall, as a car, out of 5, how much ratings do you think you're gonna give it to?
As a car?
Yeah.
Probably a 3.
3.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm totally convinced about it. So it would have to be something that grows on me, basically. Like,
as a mom, though, right?
As a mom, that's my view, right? I have a mom of 4, and it's different. Completely drives differently. It's a different car. Alright, so right now Model Y has 3 trims, right? The first one is the real-world drive, the second is the long range, and the third one is the plaid, which is the fastest one. But this one is the long range car, and the way you see is the base trim for the long range. The tires, you can see the color, the exterior color and the interior color. So basically these are the default or the base trim. You don't have to pay anything for these things, right? But as soon as you change the tires and the color of the exterior color and the interior color, that will cost you extra. Right now for Model Y, if you fall under $50,000, get some rebate and also the incentives from the state. So check out your state and see, like, you know, where do you fall right now. You can get up to $4,250 depending upon your situation in Connecticut, so that you can get rebate. And obviously there is $7,500 federal tax rebate as well if you qualify for it.
But yeah, this is a really cool time if you wanted to buy a car. So as the car as it sits, if you wanted to, let's say, make it under 50,000, what you can do is, for instance, if you don't like the color of the exterior color, you can choose maybe white. That will bring the car to $49.90, I think, less than 50. Or you have an option to change the interior color to white. That will also bring 50. So either you can pick the exterior or the interior. But exterior also, there's only one color, the white, because the white and the blue. The black and red would call $2,000, and that will bring your price 50,000, and you're not going to get that tax incentive state rebate, right? But if you wanted to if you wanted to be under 50,000 in Connecticut, I'm not sure about any other state, but check out your state guideline. But for Connecticut, to get the tax rebate, you have to be under 50,000, and for that 50,000, the only thing that you can select is either or, right? It's either the color to be white, the exterior color, or the interior to be white. Anything you pick, like 7-seat configuration, the tires, and if you wanted to change red or black of the exterior, that will bring your price to be above 50,000. So you're not gonna get the rebate. So think about it. It's a really good time if you're really thinking of buying Tesla Model Y, and check it out. All right, so that's what's it. They also have the Model Y with blue. Blue looks nice too, right, guys? And this is the tire I was talking about. That's the tire that costs $2,000, and blue with white interior looks really nice.